And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round one of your SRL action. My name is John Boy Mayava, and joining me in the commentary booth, my good friend of the program, Josh Pretler.
Yeah, good afternoon, John Boy. Good to be back. It's been a long off season without some SRL action, and now we're getting right into it. Is it game 3 or game 4 for the week?
I believe it's game 4, but don't quote me on that. Mechanic never really has been my strong suit. These Roosters are fresh off probably I thought would be the season from hell, but didn't end up being too bad in the end thanks to a leadership change halfway the year. Bailey Wilson has a pretty hard task ahead of him to bring these guys to the finals, but with some key additions and a big return, we could see Bondi return to their glory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and they recruited pretty well. Most notable gain would be Sion Mataus from the Tigers, who
That
will be
was not the
facing
most
off.
notable game I was thinking of.
And then you obviously had the homecoming of Matty Harris as well. But look, I'm keen to see how this goes. We're back for season 10.
He left? Surely he wouldn't have left. Not through a trade or something. A lopsided trade, even. Was that a different Matthew Harris? As Ben O'Donnell takes a hit up now. Josh, looking at this Tigers team, who stands out to you as a key addition to the side?
Key additions for the Tigers. You'd be stupid to not look at the obvious. Daniel Hellier, obviously coming off some success with the Bulldogs, he's now been thrown into the Tigers squad. This will kind of be a sink or swim here as he makes the kick. That's a deep kick. That's not a bad kick. It's just going to roll slightly too deep.
Yeah, he gives them a seven tackle set to the Roosters. And now these Roosters have, with Bailey Wilson and Cody Mansell stepping into that vice captain role, you also have leadership littered throughout the team. Matthew Harris is no stranger to winning premierships. Blair Curtin, as Mansell makes a break, Blair Curtin was a member of was a vice captain in the inaugural playoff season in season 7, if I'm not mistaken. So the Chooks will be looking to bounce back after 2 disappointing years. They're not used to not having success, you'd say, in the eastern suburbs, and so onus is on Bailey Wilson to provide that, as the aforementioned man takes a hit up now, and he'll be just over the 40. Josh, with so many threats across the park, who do you look to in the outside backs of the Roosters to create that impetus?
I mean, look, you mentioned him before being the VC stepping up. Cody Mansell, he's definitely going to be a threat that the Tigers need to contain. But outside of that, it could be anyone's game, and that is a monster hit for Jeff Keane there.
Yeah, 2 Keane got sat on his ass. That is a great hit there up the middle. Lockie McKinnon now. Talking about Lockie, though, one of the best second rowers, I think, from last year, up there with Lockie Cox. I think, if I'm not mistaken, McKinnon is one of those new breed 99 speed second rowers who we've seen in the comp quite a bit. A lot of captains, we're looking to use Eli Barnes cuts through. The Samoan fullback, fresh off a Pacific Championship winning season. But yeah, I think we've seen a pivot towards 99 speed second rowers, Josh.
Yeah, absolutely. We've kind of seen a bit of a change, especially in the mines there. We've seen a bit of a change with some of the Fords that are coming through, trying to get those max speed 99 second rows and props out.
Yeah, 100% now is a kick down here. Kicks it deep down to Laysam. It's a better kicking early, but Laysam and the former Knights winger will scythe through the centre, but won't get past the fullback there. Brought down on the 30. They go blindside to Matthew Vaughan. How bad is Matthew Vaughan doing there? He gets tripped up or he falls over his own boots. I don't know, but Matthew Vaughan, the former Knight, if I'm not mistaken, finding a new home here at Bondi. Bailey Wilson's search for quality halves is taken far and wide. He's got the former Tiger in Mataus as well, lining up that standoff, I believe. But fact check it, he is at standoff. As Bailey Wilson takes a hit up, he shrugs off a tackle but won't get very far. 59 metres gained in the set. They want a deep bomb here. As Mataus to take the kick, he will, and he'll punt it. Naturally. Down the throat of Cyrus Marks, the dangerous returner. He'll not get past Mansour, who wraps him on 25, and an action-packed first 70 minutes. Josh?
Yeah, definitely. We haven't really seen much from both sides yet. It's just been a bit of back and forth. We'll see who's recruited the best as we kind of get deep into this game and see who can outlast the other. But yeah, so far it's been a nice little contest to start us off.
100%. That's now Sam Lillard, just a 10, the Tongan international, made his Tongan debut against Samoa earlier. Um, I forget the score, but I believe they did get pumped. Now, kicked back to Luke Thompson, who'll pin it down to that corner. I love that Leigh Simon corner. Hoping the midget doesn't see the ball, but he won't get very far. He's brought down just before the 20. Leigh Simon, I think, is an underrated acquisition to this Roosters backline. I quite liked his work as a centre and then a winger at the Knights. Um, I think one of the success stories, really, Leigh Simon, after a rocky rookie season. He really stepped forward. So it's a big dummy, goes through the middle there. But after a
Yeah, you're
turbulent
absolutely
rookie
right.
season, he's stepped into those shoes, at the Warriors first, then at the Knights. I think Jai McCartney worked some real magic there with young Leigh, as now the Roosters get to 35. But Josh, you were saying?
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Very underrated signing. Truthfully, I didn't actually realize he moved to the Roosters until we obviously saw him with that first run there. So you can definitely call that underrated signings.
As Leigh Simon will contest, but he won't quite get there. Nathan Haas, the second year back now, he'll bring it down. And Haas, in his second year as centre, it's normally when you find that these rookie backs develop, is in that second year. Uh, I think they work through agility now after getting the basics and acceleration, speed, and whatnot. I think you would expect him to put in a decent shift. As Lockie McKinnon defies the law of physics, he'll go through to the 42, but Mansour grabs him there. McKinnon, though, will push to the 32. Ali has that standoff. He's in that blue headgear. Probably want an orange one soon. But he throws it off to Sam Lillard now. Options right. Oh, he's in the pocket. I don't know if I passed him there. They do. And that's straight garbage. Sorry. I can't say what I wanted to say there. Not good. The kick was not good. The sensors currently have a gun pointed to my head. And so euphemisms will do as Matau sprints it to the 25. Rainer Driscoll now, the Cook Islands vice captain. He's up to 38. Firehawks mentor as well, I believe, young Rain, who's stepping into those leadership reins, pardon the pun. As Matthew Raw now, up to the 6. He's had an energetic game, Matthew, as Blair Curtin doesn't know what to do, or he palms off some rank guy in a Ranger headgear. And he'll bring it down to the 40, just before the 40 now, actually. Matusa's in the pocket to the right. He'll use him, he'll put it down to the wing of O'Donnell. Ben O'Donnell now steps to centre. Oh, Ben O'Donnell goes straight through. Mansour takes a look at a cheerleader in the crowd, but he turns around and makes a tackle. Is that first receiver? Is that? Well, I think that might have been Muzzer, but Luke Thompson takes head of the middle. He gets smoked. Absolutely nowhere. Do not run up the middle if you're a half. To Tim James. Oh, Timmy. Oh, Timmy. Oh, you're so soft. Oh, that is. Tim James gets rocked, and the Samoan hooker will hand it home to the Roosters in great field position. Sorry, Josh, I haven't been back to you in a while, but what do you make of that for the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of minutes there, we did really settle in to, I guess, a bit of back and forth as the captain now. He's putting the team on his shoulders and trying to get them over. But yeah, big letdown from Tim James there to get absolutely rocked and spill the ball. It's opened the Roosters right up into it. And Kerrigan, I'm pretty confident to say he scored this one here.
Yeah, Milo Kerrigan, the former State Origin representative, he's too big, too strong there. That's a mismatch we've ever seen. Eli Barnes-Prove helped out a little bit there. Just watched him walk over. But, yeah, Milo Kerrigan opens up the scoring there. Had a fantastic start for the Roosters. I think we talked about the importance of winning that up-front battle. And Milo Kerrigan is, I think, one of the more experienced Roosters in the pack. He's a day one Rooster. Is Milo, the man named after the quite delicious drink. But not much to say. Matty Vaughan's been quite energetic as well from 6. I didn't expect him to be running as much as he did, as he has been at 5/8, but it's been an inspired selection from Bailey as he adds the extras, and we go up to a 6-0 lead for the Roosters.
Yeah, great start from the Roosters to get out of the gates first. Tigers are going to want to be looking through Daniel Hellier, their marquee signing for the offseason, to try and inspire the team to push back because it's a slippery slope, especially with the Roosters being the home side tonight.
100% Josh, as Luke Thompson takes the kickoff. Holy! Matty Harris now to 25. The bald magician, the CTE Express, whatever you call him, he has been immense the last year and a bit. He had a fantastic Kangaroos tour, if I'm not mistaken, scored a boatload of tries for Sonny's men as they marched to a quite impressive debut campaign. I think 5-1 or something like that, and they beat the Kiwis in that, not quite Anzac Test, but the match right after. But yeah, I think with his career winding down, Matty, I think he's got this season left before he's done. But a
Yeah,
lot to be
correct.
a lot. He's fit in a lot in his career, and he's done a lot recently too. So it'll be interesting to see what he gets up to as Mataus puts up a hell of a bomb. Sorry, Josh.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, Matty Harris, like you mentioned, man, that's fit a lot in his career, a lot of controversies, a lot of premierships, a lot of good times in the SRL. But I believe he's stepping into the mentoring space. There's a couple of young Winchesters that are going to be stepping into the SRL pretty soon, and I believe Matty Harris has taken a big part in, I guess, guiding them into their careers.
Oh,
So
no,
keen
is he
to see how they
salary
go.
cap advisor? Sorry. As McKinnon takes it up now to 32, the Tigers go left. Riley Murray to the 41. And funny you bring that up, Josh. I think with this mind space, it's quite an exciting time to be a developing young player. With the recent announcement of the Ravens, where do you see this? Where do you see the minds going in the next season or so?
I mean, with this season, we're kind of just getting onto our feet. We've got a new commission that's come in. I myself heading that up with Jahu, or Hopsgood, as he was formerly known or currently known as, and then Mike Borson. So we're just kind of getting on our feet, and we're going to look to hopefully expand in the next season or two. But at the moment, we've got 5 teams. I'm keen to see how this goes, which will be starting on Thursday as well, which should be, I think tomorrow, I believe it will be starting.
Oh, so again, I think it's underrated. I think with a lot of us as well, our mind days have long passed, but the development and the entry into the SRL is just as important as the day-to-day first grade games. And I think we're about to see a very exciting football. And that's a hell of a bomb. And Eli Barnes gets dragged into behind his try line, and the Tigers have been under siege. Now it's Luke Thompson to take the kick up, the drop kick. Oh my god, I'm going to stop talking about kicks. It's been punched now. Takes just before the 32. Just on the 32 now. The Roosters have a man up front, but they'll take the back door. Well, Matt throws a long ball to Matthew Vaughan. Matthew Vaughan has been running his ass off. How many meters is that from? It's probably 60 or so in this first half, and we're not halfway through. As Matters now, not to be outdone, cuts it up just beyond the 20. And no. Oh, Milo Kerrigan goes over. Apologies, there was a
double for Kerrigan.
space-time continuum there for me. But Milo Kerrigan scores his second try of the game. He's been fantastic. But there is a yawning gap there. Can you see who shot up out there, Josh?
Yeah, it looks like Daniel Hellier was running away from the tackle there. I'm not sure.
He must
have thought his inside was covered there. But Roosters are asking all the questions, and the Tigers have got no answers for them. That's 2 trips to their red zone and 2 converted tries we're about to have.
I think we take that back to that immense kick for maybe it was Mataus put up that bomb that was pinpoint right on the line. Eli Barnes can't do anything but catch it and get driven back, and the Roosters, like you said, their red zone offense is clicking. If you are the Tigers, Josh, how do you rectify this? Because points are piling quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the biggest thing is just to keep the calm heads. It's 22 minutes in. I guess stop looking at the scoreboard would probably be my biggest thing to the players. But basics: pass the ball, get through 5 tackles, kick the ball. That's probably the easiest way to get yourself back in it.
100%. As I say, this advice has remained consistent throughout my time. The team that scores more points wins. So, make of that what you will.
I thought I had John Boy Maava in the box, not Will Buxton, and that's a massive tackle.
As Chad Johnson now, just short of the 30. And now off to Blake Crenshaw, passes off to Ben Punch, who's driven back. And one hell of a tackle. And I also have just realised that I've been calling Bailey Wilson the captain. It's his brother Chad Johnson, and I am so deeply sorry, Chad. And Eli Barnes cuts just the 40. That's horrific, because I played with him too. Oh, jeez. My bad. My bad, Chad.
Was Bailey the season 9 vice captain? Is that possibly where the confusions come from?
No, so Chad and Bailey are brothers with different names. Make of that what you will. Different last names. But Chad was the VC who stepped into the captain role last year, if I'm not mistaken, after Blair Curtin stepped down. But that's neither here nor there. My apologies, Chad. As Tim James now works his way to just shy of the 5. Tigers in place for an attacking kick. I think Daniel's dropped in the pocket for that very reason. It's a bit shallow, but it's still contestable. Oh, it is contestable. Eli Barnes. Eli Barnes. Oh, no. Oh, I thought he was over for all money there. Yeah. Gosh. Not quite the conversion we were hoping for.
No, but good signs. So definitely asked the right questions there. That kick was really well placed. It was perfectly placed for that tap back to Eli Barnes, and all Eli needed to do was get the ball down. But the defense there, that frontline defense was just too strong.
What is going on? First the forward pass, then a Falcon. There was some checking of TAB accounts in between sets, I'm sure, from the Roosters players there. I don't really know what to say. That was buns. Is the best possible way to frame that. But the Tigers now have opportunity now to go back into the red zone and convert. Tim James take the head up. He'll hope he won't get smoked again through the middle. Mav Keller to play it from dummy. And he'll part of Nepo Baby, just shy of the 30. Nepo Baby is a top 5 SRL name. There's not like Buster Groove was up there too. But Eli Barnes now, just shy of the 20. Left side. Daniel Hallier's in motion. But also he'll dump it off to Ben O'Donnell. Ben O'Donnell will duck through. Ben O'Donnell will push. Cody Mansell's trying to stop him, and he will stop him. But the Roosters aren't out of trouble yet. Backdoor play, long ball to Luke Thompson. Too big, too strong, I think. Too big, too strong? Yes, too big, too strong. And the big 7 goes over under the sticks. And the Tigers finally have their reply. Josh, a pretty awesome set from start to finish there on the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was really good to watch. Obviously, the left to right, they went there. And yeah, Luke Thompson getting the points on the board for the Tigers, and he's hopefully going to look to convert his own try as well. This is a good way to get himself back in the game, make it a 1-score deficit.
100%. We talked about the need for Tigers to respond quickly, not to get too bogged down on the scoreboard, and they've done just that. Gifted some field position, you'd say, from a questionable series of passes from the Roosters, but you take them as they come, and that's a fantastic way to cap off some really good pressure. Matty Vaughan now looks to get us restarted. And no more kickoff-related gaffes from me. I'm blocked in. As Matthew Vaughan now looks to take the kickoff. Cody Mansell stretches. And here we go. Tigers down through Hallier. Hallier will pass to David Barner, nearly throws it forward somehow. But Barner will take it to 18. Hallier's left. He's probably going to throw a long ball. Cat, run it, pussy. Sorry. We'll Lockie McKinnon now. Lockie McKinnon to just over the 25. Oh, wow. The Broadcasting Standards Authority is going to have me for that one. And now Tim James over the 32. Daniel Hallier, you are not a feline. That is my bad. As Lockie McKinnon takes it again, that's his second involvement there in 4 tackles. Fantastic effort from the young man. Hallier, long ball again. Not quite the angle he'd want, but Nepo Baby makes the gain anyway. Who's in the pocket for this one? Daniel Hallier's a bit far, isn't it? Or not a double pass. No, geez, long ball from Mav Keller. Daniel Hallier will stab it through. Great effort. Oh, Daniel. No, Daniel. Oh, jeez. That's the second kick dead from him this half.
That's an impressive kick. I just think that the Roosters got really lucky there because the way that it kicked on, it looks like it should have actually pulled up short. But
that was straight buns. What do you mean? I'm sorry.
It was rolling to a stop. That was the lucky last roll of the dice bounce over there.
Oh, I think Daniel will get his reward eventually as the Roosters are forced out there. Do you have a name on the winger, Josh?
On the
Or
wing.
five. That'll be
Yes, you're the one doing the research
Tyler
this
Weston.
week.
Tyler Weston. That'll be Tyler
Ah.
Weston, of course, naturally. I knew that. That's why I double checking. I asked you because I knew. Oh, it's Lockie McKinnon gets flopped. Daniel Hallier, though, he'll throw another long ball off to Ben O'Donnell. Ben O'Donnell's killing them on that left edge. Oh, yeah, their left edge. Roosters right. Hallier, he wants another touch of the ball. He'll throw a flat ball to Lockie McKinnon. 3 tackles down. Another 3 to go in this set. Look for a straight player left. No, Daniel Hallier will throw another ball yet left as Zach Brown steps into the incoming defender. Do you reckon Grubber or bomb for the upcoming kick? Daniel. Oh, Jesus.
You'd have to say a bomb kick.
Of course,
Don't
it
listen
isn't
to me. I don't have my
a
kicking license. I was just thinking, though, if we're going to do more commentary together, John Boy, we might have to invest in a Patreon account, get unfiltered SRL games.
Yeah, sorry, Sonny. As Bevan Keller takes... off a Roosters gaff, the Tigers been gifted fields with 7 minutes to go. There's ages. That's what I tell myself anyway. As now off to Jeff Keane. Keane won't get through, but he'll offload to Tim James. Will power and be held up. But
I guess
still,
that's a man we've spoke about on the off season as well. Tim James. Has the lock experiment worked in your opinion, or do you need to see more?
I think I need to see more. I think he's a good lock. I just really like playing the. Surely he's over.
That's got to be a try.
I think that's a try. I reckon that's a try. Haas has done really, really well there to slide over. Can I get a grounding? Bro, can Mitch Riles get out of my face? Hold up.
Now you got Chad Johnson in the way.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is a concerted effort to block my view, but no, that's a great try from Haas. He flies about 5 meters along the ground. They should call him a rock the way he skims. But that's a fantastic try.
It's a good tactic from the Roosters there. Block the bunker's view. They can't rule on anything.
For real. But Luke Thompson now look to take... Oh, it's a difficult kick, though. Nothing you couldn't do, Josh. 100% kick record.
Fades a bit too far there.
Straight buns. Terrible kick.
I think I could have got that.
No, you would have got that easily. You could have got that with your eyes closed, Josh.
Yeah.
Eyes closed, legless. Was that PC? Anyway. As Matty Vaughan now goes to take the kick, and the Roosters have surrendered that 12-point lead now. Pretty meekly, you'd say, the last 10 minutes.
Pretty quickly too. I mean, there's good comeback from the Tigers here. We obviously spoke maybe 10 minutes ago about what they needed to do, and they've done that. They've just done the basics, get to the end of the sets and the kicks have worked for them.
I think the thing that stands out to me from the Roosters' attack this last 15 or so is that Milo Kerrigan hasn't really been that involved. And I understand that, he's not going to score every time he gets the ball, but you want your touches going to your dangerous ball players. And I think Milo Kerrigan is one of their best forwards. No disrespect to Matty Harris, but Milo scored 2 tries. Oh, set play goes wrong there. Luke Thompson cleans up the pieces. If they're brave, they can go for a 40-20, but I don't know if they will. No, they won't. In fact, Nepo Baby takes a settler that ends up being quite a good play. He'll get them out of trouble. Daniel Hallier's in the pocket again. Where's Luke Thompson? I think he's to the right, actually, so... They won't go to Luke Thompson naturally. Oh, get out of the way, you big individual. Oh, yeah. Lockie McKinnon's large posterior gets in the way. And the Roosters will get the ball now on the 40 and a chance to make something of this. 3 minutes. Would you say it's enough time to get down to the red zone, Josh?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely enough time to get down to the red zone. They're going to need some good runs. But, yeah, I mean, it depends... It depends, obviously, how long these take, but I can see more runs like this from Mansour. I think we can definitely get down there in time. We're now 35, 36 meters out anyway.
I think we were amiss, actually, in missing a SRL first-grade debut from Mitch Riles, I think, down at the 3 for the Roosters, the former Kings centre, or fullback, sorry. Making that pattern transition to the Mansour. Go, Mansour. Go, Cody. Go, Cody. Try. Fantastic. I think we talked about the need for the Roosters to go down the field and score, or not even just get down to this red zone. And Cody Mansour, the Cook Islands fullback, he makes... Ben O'Donnell looks silly there. Daniel Hallier watches. And Eli Barnes has to try and pick up the pieces. Eli can't stop him, and just like that, the Roosters extend that lead just a little bit more.
Well, you mentioned the SRL debuts, but we also overlooked one from the Tigers side of things as well. Willie Wishart,
Oh,
King's
100%.
graduate from last season, makes his debut from number 16.
That's Wizard Wishart, I believe, if my knowledge of King's nicknames isn't amiss, as Matthew Vaughan's just a little bit far to the left. Not a bad attempt, though, from the Roosters 6. But yeah, it's a little Kings reunion, I think. Tama Tutafa will be quite pleased with his Tama Tutafa and Reno Driscoll, if I'm not mistaken, will be quite pleased with their Kings alumni. If I'm also Rain will be playing with Mitch, so it'd be quite the change from mentor to teammate. As Cody Mansour takes it down, and to Matty Harris, who's driven back in a strong tackle with the Tigers. 30 seconds left. The Roosters probably looking to bleed the clock out a little bit. Now an inside-out play to Mansour could be on. Oh, Ray O'Driscoll. Second row has always got a comp it there. But Chad Johnson now, the captain of the Roosters. Chad Johnson. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your round one SRL action. My name is John Boy Mayava, joined once again by Josh Pretlove. And after an absorbing first half of footy, the Roosters have taken a 16-10 lead over the Tigers. I can't say I saw that coming, to be completely honest with you. But Chad Johnson has worked wonders with the side, and has shown in this first half some really, really great offensive set pieces. And I think Milo Kerrigan double and a Mansour try on the wing really, really solidified a great first half. Brett Love, you've crunched. Oh, talk about getting crunched. Someone's just copped an absolute lesson there. But you've crunched the numbers. What do the stats tell us about that first half?
I mean, the stats tell us exactly kind of what we saw. It's a bit of an arm wrestle. Pretty much, you draw a line down the middle, and it's a perfect half. It's pretty much exactly what we saw there. Possession, pretty much 50-50. Both missed.
That's so ass. That's a terrible. Who kicked that?
Wow, that was Mitch Riles that kicked that one.
I'm so sorry, Mitch.
Hands your kicking license back in, bud.
That
Try
is
again later.
Whoa, where's that going? Mitch Riles has beef with like some kid in a wheelchair in the front row. That's crazy. Yeah, the less said about the kick, the better, I think, for Mitch. He's been solid actually so far in his debut. It's the one blemish. But Josh, as you were saying,
really nothing of note in the stats there. It was pretty even. Missed about the same amount of tackles. Possession was pretty much 50-50. I will note though that it was about 87 run meters from Vaughan at half there, which for a first half, that's pretty insane. And I guess the big stat from the Tigers side of things is that none of their players actually reached over 100 run meters. You had Lachlan McKinnon that was the closest, but yeah, not much run meters from the Tigers there.
I think that's definitely translated to this scoreboard as successes. Oh my god. Oh, that's deep breaths. As the Tigers make a meal of that set, and after being gifted field position, they've coughed it back up. The Roosters say, please score. The Tigers say, no, we insist you score. And so instead, Mansour cuts up the middle. Cody Mansour and Eli Barnes. Eli Barnes is catching up, and Mansour, oh my god. Oh. Yeah, you take over, Josh. This is...
Oh dear. That's definitely a coach killer there, or a commentator's killer in this instance. But Tim James, he'll take the run up. We'll have to check on John Boy in a couple of minutes there once we've had some normal play come through. But 3 tackles gone. Tim James with a rather slow hit up there gets driven back to the 40-meter line by the captain, Chad Johnson. But McKinnon again, he'll take up another hit up. McKinnon has been really good for the Tigers so far this game. He's leading run meters, and I'm pretty sure he's leading tackles as well at the halftime break. Now we give the ball out to Hellyer, straight down the throat of Lee Simons there, and he'll get past one. He can't get past that second line of defence though. We'll check back in though. We've had a couple of plays of some rather normalcy. So John Boy, are you still alive, mate?
Don't jinx it. I'm done bashing my head into a wall. That was actually the worst 3 sets I've ever seen like consecutively in the SRL. Yeah, that was ass. That was just like, that was an assathon 300. That was like 3 straight sets of just dog doo-doo. But the Roosters now on the halfway line. Brando Driscoll's brought down the 50, and Mataus will take the kick. Is that Mataus? I actually can't tell from here.
If
Someone's
you have
going
a
to kick
look
the
in
ball.
the bottom right of this screen
It's
there
Matty
as well
Ward.
at home, there'll be an ass counter that'll pop up for how many times John Boy says that.
Yeah, it's going to go up very, very, very significantly if that first 5 minutes seems to go by. As you on my other throws the bike with the nose capable of passing. The former Waikato Wolf, if I'm not mistaken, with the likes of Kai Rangihun and all that coming up last year and this year, sorry. But that Brown cuts in the middle. He's good, former Bronco. But yeah, Yuan Maiava, noted bum. Probably they call him the black sheep of the family. He's very white, so he's more like the Balangi sheep. But Riley Murray cuts through, gets ankle tapped up by Mansour. Mansour lies in the ruck, and the Tigers could feel aggrieved there. But Lockie McKinnon now will settle just short of the 3-meter line. Crash ball,
Daniel
crash ball.
Hellier in
Don't
the
kick it,
pocket.
don't kick it. Don't give it to Daniel Hellier. Just crash it. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, he's so ass. Oh. Oh, that's so bad.
Someone's got their Daniel Hellier hate glasses on.
Sorry, I borrowed them from Snicker. Yeah, Daniel, I love you. I really do. But what was that? As Blair Curtin gets taken by an offside mark, I'm fairly sure, but all good. Metro's now off to the right. Yeah. When you look back at this game, for the Tigers specifically, you're going to look back at the tackle options and go, where did we go wrong? Get out of the way. What is going on? But you're going to look at your fifth tackle options, especially in the red zone, and go, what could we have done better? And I think it's really easy to say that kicking could have been, I think, better executed, to put it in nice terms. As Blair Curtin kicks it down the throat of Eli Barnes. Eli Barnes has a chance to return here. Eli Barnes will return here, though. Cody Mansour. He's left an avenue, but Eli Barnes won't take it necessarily, but the Tigers are in good field position. Riley Murray to take the first hit up. Nope, skip ball. Trent Daniel Hellier. Hellier throws a dart, actually, to Luke Thompson, who throws back into Tim James. Tim James now, the lock, settles it. If you go left, you've got Daniel Hellier and another flat ball could give you space, but Riley Murray takes a hit up instead, just short to the ruck. What outrunners won't quite do it right now. If the Tigers, Roosters got that ruck locked up. Luke Short, I think. No relation to Met Trials, but Luke Short says held up. Thanks for that, Luke. Didn't think so. David Barner now, the former Warrior. He'll take a hit up, but he's brought down. He's waiting at the ruck. He throws a ball. Oh, he's unlucky. That should have been a try assist. Lockie McKinnon gets held up. But Daniel Hellier's back in the pocket. Murray should get out of the way, though, just to make sure he doesn't hit the ball. He does. Oh, my God.
Have we got some deja vu going on? Because the exact same position and the exact same step that's happened again.
Quite a wise man. Get out of the way. Just get out of the way. If you're a forward, drop to the floor. Drop back. Drop forward. Just get out of the kicking radius. I was giving it to Daniel before, but I genuinely think the forwards just need to get out of the way. They've charged down their own kick twice. The Roosters haven't even had to get off the line. They just let the Tigers forwards do their thing. That's tough to watch, I think, if you're a Tigers fan or a commentator.
Or just anyone.
Yeah. As Mansour now with a sidestep, he'll get him just over the 50. And Roosters are doing exactly what you want them to do. Just set after set, kick. Don't let in a kick return try. And your home man laughing is Ben O'Donnell now. Over the 30. Ball off to Tim James. Tim James throws a Riley Murray. Haven't really called his name too much this game, Muzzer. As the Tigers now, David Barner over the 50. Barner pushing, and he'll get there just short of the 43-ish. Leeway shot from dummy throws to Luke Thompson. Thompson throws it to Eli Barnes. No purchase for Eli Barnes out of this game. He's been quiet other than a couple line breaks. Well, I'll throw it left now to Riley Murray. Riley Murray, short of 30. They've gone side to side here in the last two tackles. Kind of disappointing. If you're a Tigers fan, I think you'd hope for more enterprise from the boys from Belmore, from the boys from Leichhardt Oval. But the Roosters get another set, and like I said, we talked about this, right? It's clinical from Chad Johnson's boys.
Absolutely. They just, Marlon Kerrigan. He's on an absolute heater tonight. Someone has annoyed him, and he is running on some great energy. But look, Chad Johnson's boys, they've just been doing the basics correct. and forwards have been staying out of the way of their fifth tackle kicks.
Oh, don't jinx it. Is what? Oh my fuck! Oh my god! Ooh. Ooh.
Far out.
Oh,
Um,
up to just what are you up to? Who is three? Is that Matos? I,
I don't.
I think
For
I don't
those
think
at
the NFL
home,
is due to.
the
Oh,
noise in the crowd. I think everyone's just a little bit confused as to what happened there. They're doing their best Ezra Mam impression from the weekend.
I know they're too sober for that. Um, but wow, that is. No, you take over, Josh. You take over.
As we see Tim James with a great run and the debutant Willie Wishart there running the inside support. 3 tackles gone. Tim James again gets it out to McKinnon, who gets the ball back on the inside to Eli Barnes. A bit of desperation play going on here. 4 tackles gone. Riley Murray gets the ball to David Barner, but where it seems to be going on the spot here. Last tackle, we've got Hellier, pretty short actually, but he's going to just take the hit up
Oh, you
and
need to
get
kick
driven
that.
backwards.
Oh, you need to kick that. Watching the Tigers attack the Roosters line is actually like watching a bunch of computer science students go to town. There is no scoring happening whatsoever. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough stuff to watch. Um, to be fair to Daniel on that last tackle, I don't know if that's really his fault. I don't think the Tigers were dynamic enough in that 5 meter line to really warrant the Roosters biting on any like deception whatsoever. Daniel tries to stab a kick through, but he gets caught just before he can. He can't push over. And yeah, I can't really. There's not much to say other than they just need more go forward. As O'Driscoll now over the 51. I've recovered again. This game is the gift that keeps giving. Yeah. Anyways, Mataus pins it to the corner in a familiar sight for Roosters fans. But Ben O'Donnell gets one hell of a run up there. The Roosters centre there opting not to take him down. He's held down a little bit, but the referee says play on. Allier looks to give Tim James some good ball, and he does, but Tim James can't quite break the tackle. Daniel, he's got a short ball. Yeah, he does take it. Unders ball to Nathan Haas, but Haas can't crash through either. Third tackle now, and they're only just short of the 40. Gonna need a big tackle here. They do. Eli Barnes makes some good meters. Daniel's calling for it blindside, but there's no space there. They'll be flirting with the touch on if they do. But Ben O'Donnell makes some more meters, and they will be able to put in an attack and kick. It won't be Daniel though. I think Luke Thompson's going to do the honours here. It's Tim James who stabs in a grubber to no one. Oh man. Oh, these fifth tackle options are doing my head in. Josh, your analysis.
Um,
Yeah, same. As the Roosters are, Western brings it down just shy of the 20. Mataus, he'll carve them up the middle, the former Tiger. Um, I guess on a serious note, Josh, what do the Tigers need to do to climb out of this hole?
kick ball good.
Yep, agreed. I think
But no,
the,
on a more serious note, they just need to. There seems to be a lack of communication. As you mentioned, Daniel Hellier went the short side twice, but that wasn't really on. And then obviously took himself out of last tackle contention, and we had a Tim James grubber to the centre of the Roosters. So yeah, that's just a bit more communication. Trying to figure out who's actually doing what, so we don't have 4 people trying to kick the ball at the same time.
Totally agree. I think Zach Brown steps someone in the middle there who's lead left in his wake. But like Locke's kicking isn't like a totally foreign sight. But I think when you're in the red zone, handing it off to Luke Thompson, even if Daniel's out of the play, is a better option for the Tigers. Luke is the more experienced of the two halves, but Daniel has been playing as an elite half for about 2 seasons now. So I think it's also on him for that grubber kick is charged down, not dropped. But Tim James can't make anything of it. The Tigers will hand over the ball to the red zone again. But also credit where it's due to the Roosters' goal line D, but means even with the Tigers' gaffes in mind. But yeah, some experience I think for Daniel, just getting in the right position. Maybe he shouldn't be taking a tackle in the fourth. Should be in position for a kick. But look, it's week 1, and we shouldn't expect perfection. But I would expect some fifth tackle options to be at least attempted, I think, by the Tigers. Would that be fair to say, Josh?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, some of the kicks haven't gone their way. Whether or not it's them kind of getting in their own head about the kicks that haven't gone right. But yeah, it's just, nothing's really worked for them.
Like I said, like execution is everything, and the Roosters have executed in the Tigers have. That's really all there is to it. I think we'll have a look at completed sets later tonight, but and at risk of calling it, obviously 40 minutes left is a lot of time in the SRL. But ooh, I think with completions, as Haas makes a huge break up the middle. Oh my god, hold the ball, please. Um, that sums it up. If I could like nail down the Tigers' second half, it is a line break, huge meters gained, and a brain fade. There is no reason for Haas to throw that ball. There is absolutely none. And the effect now is the Tigers are defending in their 30 when they probably should be on the attack in the red zone. But Bailey Wilson will be wrapped up in the 26. And the Roosters get to work again. Cody Mansour cuts to the middle. This could be curtains if he gets through. Oh, but he drops the
Oh,
ball instead. This might be a record for errors in a match. I'm not. Josh, by your count, how many do you reckon that is? Like, just by an estimate.
I don't have enough fingers and toes, so uh, more than that.
You are from Newcastle, though, no? Sorry, as Lockie McKinnon picks the hit up. Um, Daniel Hallier now will throw it off to Zach Brown. Zach Brown sees floating with the touchline. Doesn't quite get to third base. But the Tigers will throw it to Daniel. Daniel, is that too deep? No, but Mansour's tracking back. Oh, he steps too. That's Mansour. I think is probably one of my players of the game. Milo Kerrigan as well, but he must have made like 8 or 9 line breaks by now. Cody's been awesome. I think consistently getting them out of trouble. That try late in the first half as well, just to alleviate the scoring concerns. Like it'd be a 2 point ball game otherwise. Oh, 2 point? Yeah, 2 point ball game otherwise. Um, So just a huge effort there from the young fullback, the newly minted. Oh, talking about the newly minted vice captain. He gets a long ball, but he steps. Eli Barnes was brought down to a 2-man tackle. Options left here. Ray O'Driscoll's calling for the ball, but Matthew Vaughan overrules him. Off to Meadows as the two playmakers combine. Matthew Vaughan's resetting now. I think I smell a bomb, and I smell correctly. They call me the sniffer dog, as Milo Kerrigan doesn't quite outjump Eli Barnes. And the Tigers will reset. Josh, what do you make of that set?
Good set. And did Marlon Carrigan put the bomb up and then also contest the bomb? That's
That's
interesting.
huge. I hadn't
That's,
actually considered that. As all Mav
but,
Keller flattens someone.
wow. I believe it was Milo Kerrigan that got flattened there. So kick the bomb, catch the bomb, get flattened. Interesting 30 seconds for the man.
That is generally how bombs work. As Eli Barnes takes it out to the 40. The Tigers, they're not out of time. Oh,
Whoa.
Luke Thompson. Oh, boy. Check your ribcage, mate. That is a humongous hit there from the Roosters as Mav Keller now. Out to the 25. Got 8 minutes left for the Tigers. We want to see what they make of this as he can't quite punch through, but he's put them in a great position for an attacking kick. Elliot is not deep enough. Yeah, and you'll throw it over to Luke Thompson, who is deep. That's a great kick. Hit him. Good enough. Cody Mansour's wrapped up now, and with 8 minutes to go, the Tigers get some more pressure. 8 minutes, what'd you say? That's maybe 2 sets each, Josh?
Yeah, 2 sets each. Obviously, forbidding any kinds of SRL trickery. But plenty of time left. Realistically, the Roosters should be punishing the Tigers more for these errors that they've made. But the Tigers, they've kept their claws in this one, and they're going to get some good ball to try and level the scores.
4 out of 10, pun. 4 out of 10. 5. Here's the Tigers now. As Mark's been driven back. Tigers now setting up to their attacking field position. They need to make the most of this. Luke Thompson will take a decent enough head up. 2 tackles left in the set. One more crash, and then you probably go for a killer play. You don't want a negative yardage play though. Marks is wrapped up. Elias in the pocket now, time to stand up. I think a bomb to the right wing could be on here. Oh, a bomb up the middle. It's a well-weighted kick though. Mansour diffuses. And just like that, I think the Tigers' lives are slowly waning. As Kerrigan now to 25. The Roosters, all they want to do is see out the clock as Matthew Harris catches a tough, to say the least, ball from his halfback. Play Simon driven back. And while the pendulum momentum seems to have swung towards the Tigers, the Roosters, Rain O'Driscoll. Oh, Rain. Oh. Momentum, eh? Hell of a thing. And now the Tigers have another attacking set, but set with 5 minutes to go. You'd think this is probably their last. They might get one more if they're lucky. So Rob Muzzle will want to make the most of this opportunity. As the Tigers are now set up to the right, they've got options. No, Hellier instead takes it left to Lockie McKinnon, head up, just short of 20. 3 tackles left in the set. Where do they go? They go right. Oh, Lockdale, you got to run it, bro. Jesus. Daniel Hellier, though, decides it's handed off to Lillard. Former Dogs teammates combined. Mouth Keller, he'll push up. He won't go. Get quite close enough, though. Hellier's in the pocket again. Grubber? Try. Eli Barnes with a fantastic try there to level the game, if I'm not mistaken, barring just absolute pandemonium. But we talk about the need to execute, and Daniel Hellier puts in his best kick of the game by far. Really softly weighted grubber, real nicely done by the halfback. Sorry, by the 5'8". And the Tigers.
Absolutely. We're going to have a
new
kick
lease
to
of life.
tie it.
Josh, I mean, there's not to say, just a quality set there from the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, was getting a bit nervous when we were coming up to fifth tackle because obviously Tigers haven't had great last tackle kicks, but that was a good one. It was on the dime there for Eli Barnes to collect its score, and then Luke Thompson now he's leveled the game with 3 minutes to go. We're potentially seeing our first golden point for season 10, or are we too early to call that?
I think 3 minutes leaves enough time for either a field goal or a kick return trying to win the game. Regardless, we've got to be entertained. It's funny how these games work out, actually, because the Roosters were contemplating a win maybe about 2 minutes ago, and now the Tigers have the opportunity to snatch it from the Roosters at the death. Oh no. Oh no.
This is great for the Roosters.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. Oh no. Who's taking that head up? Because that, I think, may have cost the Tigers the game. Unless Ray O'Driscoll just scores straight up here, which he won't. He'll be held up just on the line. But the Roosters have options. They have chances galore.
No way.
That is there. That about sums up this match. Josh, take it away.
I've got nothing. That is, someone is watching out for the Tigers because that is unnatural. That should not have happened.
I don't have words for that. I genuinely, game of the line, you'd think you'd take the hit up as Eli Barnes now will take it up. The Roosters will have one chance to win this kick return. I trust Lace Simon with the ball. Well, Tyler Wiston's no slouch either. But holy, Cody Mansell might have a chance to win it here. He'll muzzle wrap him up. He'll make sure to wrap him up. And after one of the almost horrific gaffes, we have a golden point game in our hands. Stay tuned, folks. And welcome back to Golden Point. Josh, can you describe that last set for the Roosters?
I mean, yeah, look, you kind of thought off the kickoff when they knocked it on that the game was signed, sealed, and delivered to the Roosters. But after a couple of good hit-ups, they went for the quick shift, and it's come off the post into the hands of the Tigers. And, yeah, here we are now. I'm still kind of trying to understand it here. Going for the big shift off the kickoff is something that I would not be attempting, considering what's transpired, but each to their own.
I thought their goose was cooked, respectfully, after that knock-on. But like I said, Tigers said, please win this. The Roosters said, no, I insist you win this. And thus we still have a tied ball game. Now as the Tigers will shift right, Hellier throws it to Luke Thompson. It's the fourth tackle now. They'll take a 40-20 attempt, if I'm not mistaken. Who's going to kick? Because Daniel Hellier is pretty flat. No, they won't. Sorry, there will be no 40-20 attempt, actually, as Zach Brown's wrapped up. Roosters will have a chance to return it here. A good return could set up a field goal attempt if the Roosters don't decide to miraculously shift it for no reason. And Daniel Hellier puts in a deep kick. Oh, no, Daniel. Oh, yes, Daniel. Oh, yes, Daniel. This is 5D chess. If you turn your memories to his first 2 kicks of this game, both went out dead. He does it a third time, and it works out for him. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Luke Thompson now will have an opportunity to ice the game if the ball falls his way. Yet, which it hasn't. But Eli Barnsley, or does Barnsley say he's going to end it? No, he doesn't. But now he
puts it here.
Don't pass it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it.
Oh, we're way too close now.
Oh no! I think the Roosters could charge a tip down if they hurry up with it. But Kennan's put down on the try line. This is tense stuff. Daniel to win the game. Daniel, no.
This is good for them. Held up on tackle 5. They're going to go out 10 meters, and I would drop
straight away. Take the kick straight away, Daniel. Take the kick straight away. Please take the kick. Oh no!
Muzz's big head got in the way there. Luke Thompson is filthy. He is giving him an absolute spray.
Something about this side of the field makes teams lose their head. Just kick the ball, please. Oh. Put me out of my misery. Put me out of my misery. I can't tell what's misery or glee, actually. This game's been fantastic. In every single way possible, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But that's a chance missed. There's Matthew Harris castle at the middle. The Roosters are in range here. I know this is definitely in Matausa's range. Might be a little bit out of Matty Vaughan's, but we'll see as the Roosters get brought down now. 35.
No one's really set up for it.
Are they too far? I thought Matthew Vaughan's in the pocket. Oh, Matty Vaughan could take it. No, he punts it. And Ben O'Donnell can't beat the centre. I think it's Mitch Riles making the tackle there. Great tackle from the rookie.
Now, I keep forgetting the golden point rules here. Is it 2 halves for 5 minutes, or is it just 5 minutes and we're done?
I think golden point, the team that scores first wins. Josh?
Yeah, it's not unlimited though.
I think it's 5 minutes each, if I'm not mistaken. Genuinely, I've never seen a match go this far before.
Yeah.
So, we're going to find out, I suppose. Wishart darts with Willie Wishart darts with dummy. Would you take it from here? I think they might punt it again, actually.
You'd have to go for the punt kick. It's a pretty deep kick for it.
Luke Thompson. Oh no.
That's
the fifth tackle options in the last last 10 minutes have been terrible. The Roosters shifting it into the goalpost. Muzza bravely charging down the pass to Luke Thompson. Oh no. Kerrigan off to Ray O'Driscoll. How are they going to bugger this, do you reckon, Josh? I'm feeling knock on offside. Oh, Bailey Wilson, actually no. I'm feeling drop goal. I think Bailey Wilson's put them right in front. Yep, Manus shoots. Manus scores. And the money man Manus, the Tongan international, puts his former side to bed, and the Roosters will escape with a 17-16 win. We can go home, Josh.
Yeah, lots of words could be said, but I'm not going to put Sonny through the extra traumas of editing this. But wow, as you can see, pretty even across the board stat-wise. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed. I don't want to think about this game anymore, really.
Wow. To run you briefly through the team stats, 3 tries apiece, 2 goals apiece, and a field goal, obviously, at the end there. Tigers dominated field position 55-45. I talked about completions, and actually, I was wrong in the end because the Tigers finished with 27-30 out of 31. The Roosters had 18 from 28. 11 errors for the Roosters to the 4 from the Tigers. 1 penalty conceded for the Roosters. A really clean game for both teams. 222 tackles made to 182. 22-21 missed tackles. And 31 line breaks to the Roosters' credit over the 28 for the Tigers. Just in the end, it's a bit of a robbery, really. 11 errors is still to win is insane. But now turning to personal stats, Mansour with 11 line breaks, 286 run meters, and a try. He was phenomenal. Mato Us, 178, 5 kicks for 172 and a try assist again. Awesome work. The try assist to Matty on the halves really stood up there. 1, 2, 3. So the 7 players over 100 run meters is exactly what you want from your placement to go forward. 30 tackles from Billy Curtin is a huge knock from the hooker. 26 from Milo Kerrigan, 25 from Reno Driscoll. Huge efforts across the park. Just, again, 11 linebacks from Cody Mansell was huge. 4 from Bailey Wilson at prop. I think so. Huge again. Just a phenomenal effort. We talk about 80-minute efforts. This was an 85-minute effort for the Roosters. Special shout out to, I believe it was Matty Harris that with that line break and like to set up a field goal. Yeah, just huge stuff around the park. As we turn now to the Tiger stats, and Eli Bunt's 180 run meters leads his team, but not quite enough from the fullback. He's one of the greatest fullbacks to ever touch the grass. But 6 line breaks and only one, and try, a try, it's a good effort, but 6 line breaks isn't what you need from your star fullback, especially for a play. Lockie McKinnon, I thought, stood up really well. 15 tackles, 161 meters off 22 attempts. Riley Murray, 148 run meters. Big second half from him after a quiet first, I thought. A try to Daniel Hellier on debut. 300 run meters. I'll call that 300 kick meters. For Daniel, along with 134 run meters, is a good effort. Only 1 missed tackle. It's a mixed bag from Daniel. I thought his game management was awesome in that second half. Probably, I think, unlucky not to be rewarded with a golden point win. I thought he put them in positions to win. And then some questionable calls, I think, is what you'd describe them as. And some just bad luck that cost them in the end. A lot to take away from this Tigers team, I think. I mean, look at their run meters. That is 1, 2, 3. That is, I think, close to 10 players, about half their team, just over half their team, over 100 run meters. And Haas has 93. He's not far off. I mean, it's hard to fault them, really. Other than execution, I think getting to the red zone was never a problem for the Tigers. It was always what they did when they got there. And something for them to reflect on is how they executed that red zone. I think they will be a dangerous team in the in the games to come, but they've come undone and they've got no one else to blame but themselves. And other than that, no other real contributors or standouts to name. It has been, I'm about to say my pleasure. It's been one of the games to have ever happened. But it's been my pleasure to sit here with you guys through it. I hope you enjoyed your round 1 coverage. I'm joined by Marva, been joined by my good mate, my also Josh Pretlove, and that is us finally signing out.